Every day, with every bite, we make a choice. Some choices burden our vital organs, others help them thrive. Have you ever considered that the tiny snacks you grab automatically might be forcing your kidneys to work overtime? When it comes to your magnificent, hard-working kidneys, these small daily choices add up to a monumental difference. This isn't about painful restriction or impossible diets. This is about smart, powerful, delicious upgrades. In the next 60 minutes, I will reveal 10 simple, evidence-based eat this, not that swaps. These upgrades will nourish your kidneys and revitalize your energy without complicated rules. This is food used as your most powerful, gentle medicine. Your kidneys are silent, tireless filters. They cleanse your blood, balance essential minerals, and expertly manage fluids. In our younger years, they handled dietary stress easily. But as we embrace the wisdom of life beyond 55, their requirements shift. They become acutely sensitive to the hidden stressors in processed foods. The standard diet, rich in excess sodium and hidden phosphorus, taxes these filters relentlessly. When kidneys are overburdened, you might feel a generalized sluggishness, fatigue, or even mental fog. We call this the burden versus support principle. Foods that create burden force the kidneys to labor, managing unnecessary waste. Foods that provide support are gentle, delivering the precise nutrients needed to filter waste efficiently and reduce systemic inflammation. This is about choosing joyfully, not sacrificing miserably. We are empowering ourselves with knowledge, not restricting our lives. We are choosing vitality. If you appreciate this approach, evidence-based, simple, and respectful, please press the like button now. It helps us share more actionable health wisdom just like this with others who value practical self-care. Ready to lighten the load on your filters? Let's jump into the first major swap that can change your health instantly. Swap 1. Processed potato chips versus roasted red bell peppers. The burden. Let's start with the classic craving, the processed potato chip. They deliver that satisfying salty crunch we all love. But this popular snack is a direct, immediate burden on your kidneys. Why? Excessive sodium. Too much sodium forces your body to retain extra water to dilute the salt, which spikes your blood pressure. High blood pressure is the single greatest risk factor for kidney strain and eventual damage. Additionally, many prepackaged snacks hide phosphorus additives. Manufacturers use these to extend shelf life and enhance color. For older adults, extra inorganic phosphorus can build up in the bloodstream, contributing to weak bones and cardiovascular risk. This is a silent, unnecessary stressor we must eliminate. The support. We swap that processed crunch for the delightful sweetness of roasted red bell peppers. This substitution is a triple win for your kidney filters. First, red bell peppers are naturally low in potassium, sodium, and phosphorus, the key minerals we monitor. Second, they are packed with high levels of vitamin C and vitamin A. These are potent antioxidants that disarm free radicals and reduce cellular stress. But their true brilliance is in their color, which signals the presence of lycopene. Lycopene is an anti-inflammatory compound linked to cardiovascular protection. Since the health of your heart and the health of your kidneys are inseparable, this protective benefit is absolutely critical. How to make the switch? Do not sacrifice the crunch. Simply slice fresh red bell peppers into strips. Toss them lightly with a small amount of high-quality olive oil, just a drizzle, and a generous sprinkle of smoked paprika for an earthy flavor. Roast them until they are tender crisp and slightly charred on the edges. You achieve a sweet, deeply satisfying crunch without the heavy kidney burden of excessive salt and hidden phosphorus additives. Try dipping them in a simple homemade vinaigrette instead of highly processed commercial dips. Ready to fuel your filters with protective nutrients? Let's move to the second swap, targeting hidden sugars that silently erode kidney function. Swap 2. Commercial cereal versus oatmeal with blueberries. The burden. Many commercial breakfast cereals promise fiber and essential vitamins. Unfortunately, they often deliver a sugar shock. A single bowl of these heavily processed grains can cause a large, rapid spike in your blood glucose. High blood sugar levels over time force the kidneys to work relentlessly, attempting to filter out this glucose overload. This sustained high-pressure filtration is one of the leading causes of kidney decline globally. Even if the cereal boasts whole grains, it may still be processed so finely that it acts like simple sugar in the body. Starting your day with sugary cereal creates an inflammatory state, taxing your filtering system before your body is even truly awake. The support. We trade that inflammatory start for a powerhouse breakfast, oatmeal with blueberries. This is a champion swap for regulating your filtration system. Oats are naturally whole grains, rich in soluble fiber. This powerful fiber performs two critical functions. It slows down sugar absorption, preventing those sharp blood glucose spikes that burden the kidneys, and it helps lower LDL cholesterol, further protecting cardiovascular health. We amplify this protection by adding blueberries. These tiny, jewel-toned fruits are kidney heroes. They are naturally low in sodium and potassium, making them universally safe. Most importantly, they contain exceptionally high levels of anthocyanins, potent antioxidants. These compounds are specifically linked to protecting the delicate blood vessel linings, including those essential microvessels nestled within the kidney structure itself. How to make the switch? Prepare your rolled oats slowly using water or unsweetened plant milk. Always avoid instant oatmeals, which often contain hidden salt and added sugar. Top your cooked oats with a generous handful of fresh or frozen blueberries. If you desire sweetness, use a tiny amount of pure maple syrup or stevia, steering clear of refined sugar entirely. This simple, sustained-release breakfast provides lasting energy and crucial vascular protection, giving your kidneys a gentle, supportive jumpstart. But what about the fats we use daily? Our third swap dives into the type of oil that determines your body's inflammatory baseline.
Swap 3. Processed vegetable oil versus high-quality olive oil. The burden. Most modern kitchens rely heavily on refined, highly processed vegetable oils like canola, corn, or standard soybean oil. These oils are typically high in omega-6 fatty acids. While omega-6s are necessary, the typical Western diet provides far too much of them compared to the anti-inflammatory omega-3s. This severe imbalance promotes chronic, low-grade inflammation throughout the body. Inflammation is a silent saboteur of all healthy organ function, including the kidneys. Consistently cooking with high omega-6 oils increases the inflammatory load on your entire internal system, making cellular repair and maintenance significantly more difficult. The support. We swap out those inflammatory oils for the proven Mediterranean powerhouse, high-quality extra virgin olive oil, or EVO. This fat choice is protective. EVO is rich in monounsaturated fats, which are scientifically recognized as heart-healthy and powerfully anti-inflammatory. It contains oleic acid and unique polyphenols, compounds celebrated for their ability to significantly reduce oxidation and combat inflammation at a cellular level. Using olive oil daily is strongly linked to better blood pressure regulation and improved overall circulation. Both effects directly reduce the physical strain and wear and tear on your delicate kidney filters. Think of EVO as a vital, gentle lubricant for your entire vascular highway. How to make the switch? Make EVO your default choice. Use it generously for light sautéing, drizzling over warm vegetables, and crafting your own simple salad dressings. If you must use oil for high-heat cooking, deep frying is discouraged. Choose an oil with a high smoke point, like avocado oil.
But for the vast majority of your daily cooking, switch exclusively to Evo. Its gentle anti-inflammatory properties offer profound long-term kidney protection. But what about that essential liquid we rely on every single morning? This brings us to a crucial swap involving our daily caffeine ritual. Swap 4. Creamy flavored coffee versus plain coffee or herbal tea. The burden. For many of us, the morning coffee ritual is non-negotiable. But how you dress up your coffee is the hidden danger. If your cup is laden with sugary creamers, artificial syrups, or high-sodium milk alternatives, it transforms into a sugar and phosphorus-heavy beverage. These additives, not the caffeine itself, are the primary issue. Excessive refined sugar and hidden phosphates in many creamers place immense stress on the body's blood sugar control mechanisms. Since diabetes is the leading cause of kidney failure, this constant sugar stress is highly risky. Consuming multiple highly flavored, creamy drinks throughout the day essentially forces your kidneys to manage continuous spikes and heavy additive loads. The support. We swap the sugary, creamy concoction for plain black coffee or a kidney-supporting herbal tea. Caffeine, consumed in moderation, about 1 or 2 cups of plain black coffee daily, is generally well tolerated and may even offer minor protective benefits due to its natural antioxidants. The real victory lies in eliminating the sugar and the chemical creamers. If you need a warm, comforting beverage that actively supports kidney function, switch to specific herbal teas like ginger or dandelion root. Dandelion tea is traditionally valued as a gentle, natural diuretic, assisting the kidneys in managing fluid balance without harsh chemicals. Ginger is a phenomenal anti-inflammatory and circulatory booster. How to make the switch. Start weaning yourself off sweet creamers immediately. Transition to a small splash of plain unsweetened almond or oat milk. Prioritize drinking your coffee black when feasible. For an evening ritual, brew a simple, soothing ginger tea by steeping thin slices of fresh ginger in hot water for 10 minutes. These clear, simple beverages hydrate you effectively without imposing excess sugar, sodium, or unnecessary additives on your system. Speaking of sodium and simple choices, let's address a major source of hidden salt we use in cooking. Swap 5. Processed soup broths versus homemade bone or vegetable broth. The burden. Canned and boxed soup broths are marketed as convenient and light, but they often serve as concentrated salt delivery systems. Even those labeled low sodium frequently contain high sodium levels compared to what a healthy kidney optimally processes. Just a single cup of regular commercial broth can supply over 1/3 of your entire daily recommended sodium intake. Remember the critical effect. High sodium forces the kidneys to regulate excess fluid, significantly increasing blood volume and spiking blood pressure. Consistent heavy sodium intake stresses the delicate high-pressure filtering units within the kidney structure. The support. We swap the canned salt source for homemade bone or vegetable broth. This simple switch is profoundly beneficial because you achieve total control over the sodium content. Bone broth, prepared using filtered water and quality ingredients, is naturally rich in easy-to-digest amino acids like glycine, which support gut lining integrity. Since a healthy gut is linked to reduced systemic inflammation, this provides excellent indirect kidney support. Vegetable broths simmered with carrots, celery, parsley, and onions provide essential vitamins and minerals in their most bioavailable form, completely without the sodium overload. How to make the switch. Commit to making a large batch of homemade broth monthly. Freeze it conveniently in smaller containers, like ice cube trays or mason jars. Use aromatic herbs like thyme and oregano, along with plenty of pepper for robust flavor instead of salt. Parsley is highly recommended because it has mild, natural diuretic properties and is packed with antioxidants.
Sip this warm broth for hydration or use it as the foundational liquid for all your cooking, rice, beans, soups, or stews. This ensures deep flavor and hydration without the severe sodium burden. We are halfway through our 10 power swaps. If you value receiving reliable, evidence-backed advice tailored for our senior community, please tap that notification bell. It ensures you receive all our new simple health upgrades immediately. Now, let's address a major swap in the snack aisle. Swap 6. Cheese crackers versus raw unsalted walnuts.
The burden. Many savory snack crackers, particularly those flavored with cheese, are unfortunately high in both sodium and inorganic phosphorus. They often combine highly refined white flour, which can contribute to blood sugar spikes, with manufactured additives. The greatest danger here is the phosphorus additives used in processed cheese powders and baking agents to achieve color and texture. For individuals over 55, the kidney's efficiency at regulating phosphorus often starts to decline. Excess phosphorus in the blood causes the body to dangerously pull calcium out of the bones. This results in weak bones and potentially leads to calcification in soft tissues and blood vessels, a serious cardiovascular and kidney threat. The support. We swap the processed snack for the raw nutritional intelligence of unsalted walnuts. Walnuts are outstanding protectors of the vascular system, which makes them heroes for kidney health. They are exceptionally rich in omega-3 fatty acids, specifically alpha-linolenic acid, ALA. Omega-3s are the gold standard for reducing chronic inflammation. Quashing systemic inflammation is perhaps the most proactive step you can take for your kidneys and entire circulation. Walnuts also provide satisfying fiber and high-quality plant protein, promoting steady blood sugar and sustained fullness without the associated risks of heavily processed foods. How to make the switch? Always choose raw, completely unsalted walnuts. Pre-portion a small handful into daily containers to manage caloric intake easily. Chop them finely and sprinkle them generously over your morning oatmeal. Add them to baked goods or toss them into a salad for a satisfying, kidney-fortifying crunch. The healthy fats, fiber, and potent anti-inflammatory compounds make them a vastly superior choice that actively supports your filters rather than overwhelming them. Next, we must address a high-protein staple that often carries hidden dangers. Swap 7. Highly processed lunch meats versus baked fish, cod, or trout. The burden. Processed lunch meats, including deli ham, bologna, or even pre-sliced marinated turkey, are notorious for carrying heavy loads of sodium and chemical preservatives, such as nitrates and nitrites. Sodium serves as a preservative, and often phosphate additives are also included for texture and moisture retention. A consistent, high intake of these processed meats places significant, unnecessary strain on the kidneys. Furthermore, excessively high protein consumption, especially when the protein source is of poor quality or heavily processed, accelerates the kidney's filtering workload, often putting strain on the glomeruli. The support? We swap the processed, chemically preserved protein for lean, protective, baked fish like cod or trout. These two types of fish are phenomenal sources of easily digestible, high-quality protein. The body can utilize this type of protein very efficiently. Crucially, they are naturally much lower in phosphorus than many red meats and heavy dairy products. When you bake or steam them at home, you maintain absolute control over the sodium content. Trout, in particular, delivers vital omega-3 fatty acids, again providing the crucial anti-inflammatory and vascular protection required for robust kidney health. How to make the switch? Keep it brilliantly simple. Rub a cod or trout fillet with a splash of fresh lemon juice, a little garlic powder, and your favorite dried herbs like dill or parsley. Bake for about 12 to 15 minutes until perfectly flaky. Use any leftovers cold, flaked into a healthy lunch salad, or spread onto whole grain bread instead of processed deli slices. This swap provides superior nutrition, minimizes sodium and phosphorus, and delivers inflammation-fighting fats, giving your filters precisely what they need for repair and function. Let's talk about a silent culprit that ruins even the healthiest salads. Swap 8. High-sodium bottled salad dressing versus homemade olive oil vinaigrette. The burden. A salad begins as a healthy, conscientious choice, but the popular bottled dressing can instantly sabotage its nutritional value. The vast majority of commercial dressings, especially the creamy styles like Ranch or Thousand Island, are packed with sodium, refined sugar, and hidden preservatives, often including phosphorus additives. Just 2 modest tablespoons of some common dressings can contain well over 300 milligrams of sodium. If you dress your salad generously, you are unwittingly adding a major sodium and sugar burden to your meal, completely negating the benefits of the fresh greens and vegetables underneath. The support? We swap the processed liquid for a simple, heart-protecting homemade olive oil vinaigrette. This supports your kidneys by allowing you to maintain perfect control over sodium levels while actively integrating healthy anti-inflammatory fats. A standard vinaigrette is comprised simply of quality EVO, a flavorful acid like apple cider vinegar or balsamic, and natural spices, such as a small amount of Dijon mustard, fresh garlic, and pepper. You gain the incredible vascular protection of the olive oil and robust flavor complexity, all with the kidney-taxing additives. How to make the switch? Make your dressing in bulk. Keep a clean mason jar of homemade vinaigrette ready in the refrigerator. The classic formula is easy to remember: 3 parts high-quality EVO to 1 part vinegar. Add a teaspoon of Dijon mustard to help bind the liquids, and plenty of fresh herbs or oregano for a bright flavor. This small change in habit guarantees your healthy salad remains truly supportive of your kidneys and heart health. It is a powerful move of preventative self-care. Now let's talk about a staple vegetable that is often consumed in a harmful way. Swap 9. Canned green beans versus fresh or frozen cauliflower. The burden. Canned vegetables offer convenience, but they frequently carry the same sodium problem as canned broths. Green beans, corn, and peas are typically preserved in a high-salt brine solution. While rinsing them thoroughly helps reduce the sodium, it does not remove all of it. Regularly consuming large quantities of high-sodium canned goods makes it difficult for your kidneys to maintain the required balance of fluids and electrolytes. Although we appreciate accessible vegetables, we must prioritize the low-sodium preparation of our produce. The support. We swap the high-sodium can for the immensely versatile and gentle power of fresh or frozen cauliflower. Cauliflower is a powerhouse cruciferous vegetable celebrated for containing compounds that may support the body's natural detoxification pathways. It is naturally extremely low in sodium, phosphorus, and potassium, making it an exemplary choice for virtually everyone, especially those managing specialized dietary needs. Cauliflower is also rich in essential vitamin C and K and contains specific nutrients that may help the liver and kidneys process and excrete waste more effectively. Because it has such a mild flavor, it absorbs seasoning beautifully. How to make the switch. Opt for fresh or frozen cauliflower florets. You can roast them with your preferred spices and a drizzle of olive oil, or simply steam the frozen florets until tender. It can be mashed to resemble potatoes or processed into rice. Utilizing fresh or frozen produce, even conventional varieties, is almost always superior to using canned due to the crucial ability to control the salt content. This simple swap significantly boosts your nutrient intake without creating a tax on your delicate filtration system. Finally, let's look at a quick sweet treat many of us turn to for comfort. Swap 10. Chocolate candy bar versus kidney-friendly apple. The burden. The standard milk chocolate candy bar is a composite of refined sugar, saturated fats, and high levels of phosphorus additives. The phosphorus often enters through dairy solids and various emulsifiers. As we have established, high sugar spikes combined with the burden of excess inorganic phosphorus are massive metabolic stressors. While high-quality dark chocolate in small amounts can offer antioxidants, the typical processed milk chocolate bar is a triple threat to metabolic and kidney health. It provides zero supportive nutrients and maximum filtering strain. The support. We swap the processed sugar bomb for the clean, natural sweetness and vital fiber of a simple apple. Apples are true kidney-friendly superstars. They are low in potassium and incredibly rich in fiber, specifically a type known as pectin. Pectin is a soluble fiber linked to the crucial functions of lowering cholesterol and helping to stabilize blood sugar. Stabilized blood sugar is paramount for proactive kidney protection. Additionally, apples contain quercetin, an anti-inflammatory flavonoid that is associated with protecting kidney cells from oxidative stress. How to make the switch. Keep a bowl of fresh, clean apples visible and easily accessible on your counter. Enjoy the satisfying crunch raw or slice and sprinkle with anti-inflammatory cinnamon and nutmeg for a warm, comforting snack. This final swap delivers natural, satisfying sweetness and regulating fiber, transforming a dangerous craving into a truly proactive health choice. Finally, we have now meticulously explored 10 foundational eat this, not that swaps. You possess the full, actionable list. Red peppers over chips, oatmeal over sugary cereal, olive oil over processed oil, herbal tea over creamy coffee, homemade broth over canned broth, walnuts over processed crackers, baked fish over lunch meat, homemade vinaigrette over bottled dressing, cauliflower over canned beans, and apples over candy bars. We have now meticulously explored 10 foundational eat this, not that swaps. You possess the full, actionable list. Red peppers over chips, oatmeal over sugary cereal, olive oil over processed oil, herbal tea over creamy coffee, homemade broth over canned broth, walnuts over processed crackers, baked fish over lunch meat, homemade vinaigrette over bottled dressing, cauliflower over canned beans, and apples over candy bars. We have now meticulously explored 10 foundational eat this, not that swaps. You possess the full, actionable list. Red peppers over chips, oatmeal over sugary cereal, olive oil over processed oil, herbal tea over creamy coffee, homemade broth over canned broth, walnuts over processed crackers, baked fish over lunch meat, homemade vinaigrette over bottled dressing, cauliflower over canned beans, and apples over candy bars. We have now meticulously explored 10 foundational eat this, not that swap. You possess the full, actionable list. Red peppers over chips, oatmeal over sugary cereal, olive oil over processed oil, herbal tea over creamy coffee, homemade broth over canned broth, walnuts over processed crackers, baked fish over lunch meat, homemade vinaigrette over bottled dressing, cauliflower over canned beans, and apples over candy bars. We have now meticulously explored 10 foundational eat this, not that swaps. We have now meticulously explored 10 foundational eat this, not that swaps. But knowledge is only potential power. Now we must focus on how to seamlessly integrate this plan into your daily life and kitchen routine, making these choices easy and sustainable, especially for seniors adapting to new dietary practices. Building your kidney-friendly kitchen. The single most important step towards successful dietary change is gaining control over your ingredients. When you shop, you must become a meticulous label detective. Start by scrutinizing the sodium content, aiming consistently for products that contain 140 milligrams of sodium or less per serving. But here is the most crucial, often missed tip. Diligently watch out for hidden inorganic phosphorus. Phosphorus additives are generally listed with the suffix phos in their chemical name. Examples include calcium phosphate, sodium tripolyphosphate, or the generic phosphoric acid. These chemical additives are commonly found in processed meats, pre-mixed baked goods, commercial cheese products, and dark cola beverages. Your body absorbs these inorganic forms almost completely and immediately. This places an enormous and unnecessary filtering workload on the kidneys. Your solution is simple. Choose whole, completely unprocessed foods whenever possible, because the natural phosphorus they contain is absorbed much more slowly and efficiently. Next, prioritize stocking your pantry with key supportive ingredients. Always keep frozen blueberries and a jar of high-quality EVO on hand. Ensure you have fresh garlic, unsalted walnuts, and plenty of colorful, unprocessed vegetables like red bell peppers, cauliflower, and fresh herbs. When these healthy, gentle options are easily accessible, the better choices cease to require willpower. They become automatic defaults. Adapting for senior health and common concerns. We recognize that dietary adjustments must be comfortable, enjoyable, and completely manageable. If chewing or swallowing presents an issue, remember that gentle cooking and blending are your allies. You can blend walnuts into a creamy, nutritious sauce or puree roasted red peppers into a delicious soup base. If chewing fresh apples is challenging, you can easily peel them or stew them gently with cinnamon. These texture modifications retain all the essential nutritional value without the physical difficulty. We must also address the common concern of medication. Many seniors take prescribed medications for blood pressure, cholesterol, or chronic conditions. Please understand that these food swaps are designed specifically to support your overall metabolic and vascular health. They are never intended to replace any prescribed medication. If you are currently monitoring specific mineral levels, such as potassium or phosphorus, due to a defined medical condition, you must always consult your prescribing physician or a registered dietitian before implementing any significant dietary changes. While these swaps are intentionally low in kidney-stressing minerals, your health plan requires professional personalization. Finally, we return to the quiet, essential hero, hydration. We have focused on solid food, but clean, filtered water is the engine of efficiency. Your kidneys require consistent water intake to perform their filtering job efficiently. Aim to sip water steadily throughout your entire day. If you find plain water tedious, infuse it simply with slices of fresh lemon, cucumber, or mint leaves. This gentle flavoring encourages increased intake and provides excellent hydration without introducing any sodium or sugar burden. Your comprehensive 60-minute guide to a kidney-friendly life concludes here. Your mission now is simple. Remember the core principle: reduce the burdens and increase the gentle, powerful support. Your body possesses an incredible capacity for repair and vitality when given the right tools. Each of these 10 swaps is a tiny, repeatable act of profound self-care, and they compound into years of heightened health and confident independence. We constructed this entire guide to provide you with a sustainable, actionable, and trustworthy blueprint for nourishing your most vital internal filters with joy. If you feel empowered by this in-depth guide and are ready to embrace this healthy, simple approach, please take a moment right now to subscribe to Savvy Seniors. We dedicate ourselves to creating uplifting, clear, and actionable health guides for our community every week. Press the bell icon to ensure you receive immediate notification of our next empowering video. Commit to making just 1 or 2 of these smart swaps this week. Start today. Stay consistent. Watch your energy and vitality subtly yet powerfully return. Thank you for investing this valuable hour in your long-term well-being. Your best health is attainable. Go choose a nourishing path today.